This script was adapted from a Twitter thread. How did you feel to bring the story to life?
I feel honored. I
Right.
feel like that's epic and modern and cool, and also just to be amongst all of you and Zola, it's really just an honor, and I'm so overwhelmed and happy that I was chosen to be a part of telling this story. How do you feel, Taylour?
Still so surreal and divine, but just really thankful that I could be the girl, that this all came together in this way, and that we got Zola's blessing and Janix's. And I still think about the little girl in me that's like, I can't believe my life sometimes, and like these opportunities and the possibilities and what I learn and grow from, and the people I meet who I love so much. Like, it's just extraordinary.
So we had the real life Zola as an EP on our film. Did you talk to Zola about or get any insight from Zola before we started filming?
I did. We had these spurts of conversations where we'd be talking for like an hour, 2 hours, just in like a DM or text thread. But before when I sent in my tape, when I found out I was going in the room for the callback, I wrote to Zola and made sure that I just reached out and I told her, I think you're amazing and I want to do you justice, but you're so wonderful and powerful. Like I can't, like I'm late to the party, but these tweets are whatever, crazy. She was like, you're so me, it hurts. Like, I won't take no for an answer. Like, we saw your tape, like, hold tight. So yes, a lot of just like asking her, just trying to get, to be honest, like just connect with her spirit as best I could, given the circumstances, because obviously our movie exists as hyperbole and it's an interpretation of a perception. I mean, and it's a movie, but still, it's her life and it's not a joke. Though our movie is wild and crazy and it's this crazy party and trip to hell, there's obviously some really serious themes in it. And what themes do you really think our film portrays?
Our film touches on very serious things like sex work and being a female and race. And the amazing thing is that you kind of go to the theater expecting to go on this wild, fun party ride, and hopefully you're thinking about all these politics when you leave that you didn't know you were coming to watch. What themes do you think that our film portrays?
I think it gracefully tackles a lot. It's Black women internalization. It's Black women erasure. It's race. It's agency. It's also just like coming of age and the 20s being really ratchet and like survival and strategy and how to make money and make ends meet, but also just like, I don't know, the country we live in too, right? Like,
yes, it's very American at its core in all the wrong ways,
yeah. And I think, and I would like just spiritually, to me, like what Black women carry, who looks out for Black women, how a Black woman will still take it and want to, even in, I think typically in like high stakes, will still have compassion, even in a really uncomfortable situation, and friendship. And I mean, there are so many.
The relationship between our two characters, Zola and Stephanie, in the film is definitely unique. How is our relationship different from our characters in real life?
Not that much, because we're on a road trip and it's really scary and it looks like it's gonna be fun and this life is crazy. Just kidding. So different. We have each other's backs. As cheesy as this sounds, I don't care. We both want to ascend and we want everyone else to too. And we just want to get to the truth, which is light, which is love. And I don't know if Stephanie had the capacity for that in our story, but
she was doing her best.
She was doing her best. She was doing her best. Everyone's just doing their best.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's truly doing their best. Because if you knew better, you really would do better. How do you think our real life relationship differs?
Well, I think for Stephanie and Zola, it's sort of this like toxic collision of lust.
Infatuation, yeah.
Infatuation and lust that slowly turns into, it's not love, it's not real love. It's
Yeah, we're infinite up in this bang. Riley, what did you do to prepare for the accent and characterization of Stephanie?
Well, I worked with Eris, my dialect coach, and worked on how Stephanie would speak, and then I would send it to Janixa, and Janixa approved it. And so we just really worked on it, and I would go to Eris's house, and she would make me put a cork in my mouth and do all my lines with a cork in my mouth because I needed to relax my jaw. And so, yeah, I was like just working with the dialect coach. I always find clothes and makeup and hair to be so helpful for me. It's that extra sort of 20% that really can throw you into the character. And so Stephanie's hair was so important to me, and her clothes, and Janixa just had incredible taste. And it so easily could have been kind of basic. It so easily could have been jeans and a t-shirt, and Janixa's, she was a stylist. So and her aesthetic, like she's so incredible with aesthetics. So she, I loved all of Stephanie's clothes, and it really helped me understand, okay, every single part of the puzzle helps you understand, okay, this is who she is. She's wearing Dior. She's wearing, and her baby hairs. And so all of these little details kind of help. You have trained your whole life as a dancer. How did that affect your performance as a dancer in Zola?
I felt like I had to be really conscious of like undoing and unbecoming, being super placed and technical, overthinking it, obsessing over it. I found that like the more I surrendered to the pole and let it happen, it just happened. The more I would try to like place it or like, wait, where'd you put your arm again? Was just like, that's not what this is, But I think that the discipline helped and like wanting to get it right. But I do think that I had to consciously go, okay, like relax. The story ends pretty ambiguously, but we do find out how they fell out. What do you think their lives look like now?
I think I love leaving that up to the audience. That's what I love about Ambiguity at the end of a film, is you can kind of imagine anything happening. Maybe they go on another road trip. Maybe there's a sequel. What do you imagine our characters doing after they leave this wonderful, beautiful, luxurious road trip?
I mean, I'd like to imagine Stephanie having healing, Zola feeling good about herself, Zola getting that money, Zola going off to continue to do what she's doing, writing and singing and just continuing to see her dreams come true and feel supported and like the icon she is.